eFam. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Today we're going to do something that I've been thinking of doing, and I appreciate you guys' input. I appreciate everybody that's always giving me new ideas to develop these kind of videos. I'm super excited about this little series that I want to start doing. Obviously, it's not going to always be the same thing, but it's going to be something that we change from time to time. So I hope you guys enjoy the new camera angles, the little things that we got going on just to make these videos a lot more interesting. I'm going to read something to you guys that I wrote 3 weeks ago on our post tab on YouTube. If you guys haven't noticed, I do try to update that as much as possible. But before I read RM's quote, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys follow us on all social media. Follow us on X as well. I've been trying to get a little bit more active there as well. But this says, please don't care about it. The energy you would spend there could be used for other nice things. And that is a quote by RM. And that's going to start off this series where we're going to be checking out some of RM's most famous, most favorite quotes by anybody that we kind of went through a few pages to try to see, and we're also going to hop on X to see, hashtag RM quotes and see what comes up, just to get a little bit of vibes and see what is the thing that you guys enjoy the most about RM when it comes to these quotes. So let's go ahead and hop on it, man. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a minute, only because we get to really deep dive into somebody's mind that is really a philosopher, if you really think about it, and someone that has a lot of knowledge that just likes to kind of give good knowledge in a different way, and I really appreciate that stuff. And I know I told you guys this before, but to me, someone that is on top of the world pretty much, and someone that is able to continue to amaze all of us year by year by being a great leader that he is definitely something that I want to study. And we're going to pretty much do it live, to be honest. We're going to do it on this channel. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and check out. This is an article from Al K-pop. I just honestly, I just Googled this and this is what came up. So, I just wanted to see some of these quotes and stuff and see what you guys think about it, because it's very important to get a little bit deeper when it comes to this kind of stuff. So let's read the first one. So the first one says, no matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender, oh your gender identity, just speak yourself, find your name, and find your voice by speaking yourself. Wow, interesting. It's a cool there's a few things we could break down here. So let's see. So it says, no matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender identity. Now, that's been an ongoing thing, the whole gender identity and what, you know, you identify as. It's like they're pretty much saying it doesn't matter what you consider yourself. And and I agree with that, because at the end of the day, everybody is, you know, a human being in this world. It doesn't matter what you choose to, it doesn't matter. These are the same things, honestly, that I teach my children. And it's like, just have respect for people. Even though, as religious as we are, if we don't agree with something, it's okay. Love thy neighbor. And that's all it is. It is what it is. Let them be them. They love themselves that way. It's okay. Focus on us. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Just speak yourself, which is what I just literally did. You know, find your name and find your voice by speaking yourself. And that's very important. That's pretty much giving us that insight of, be yourself. Don't follow trends. Don't follow, you know, anything out here in the world that's trying to destroy you. If you don't feel comfortable, number one rule, honestly, if you don't feel comfortable with something that's going on in life, if you feel like maybe I shouldn't do this because your self-conscious is telling you that it's wrong, that's probably because it's probably wrong. You got to listen to your gut. That's a true, that's something that's so true that is taken for granted. I feel like people say that just to say it, but they don't actually take the action to, you know, really follow your gut and listen to it, because those little intuitions can really change some type of perspective in the future. You know what I'm saying? But I really like that quote. That was a really good one. All right, let's go ahead and check out the next one. Sorry if there's gonna be a lot of pop-ups in this one, because I guess I should add ad block, but ever since I switched computers, I've been using a new browser, so it's been a little bit different. I'm not using Google no more. I'm using what is this? Whatever this is, but yeah, I'm using this that came with the PC, whatever. But anyway, so number two, life is more beautiful knowing that we've taken a loan on death. Even light is treasure more when there is darkness. Oh, that's a good one. Life is more beautiful knowing that we've taken a loan on death. They do say sleep is the cousin of death. There's different analogies you can take with that, but that's pretty interesting to quote it that way, because then afterwards he says even light is treasured more when there's darkness. And that is so true. That is so true. Wow. Wow. Literally, the outcome to everybody is going to be death. And that is blank. And that is period. There's no going in between it. It is literally the same destiny that we're all going to eventually have. So, for him to say something like this, it really gives you that perspective, to really want to pursue and live that beautiful life that you deserve to have. You know, there's a lot of situations that I feel would help us develop happiness, but we really have to be true in ourselves to find those things that make us happy. Because even if it's your spouse, it could be your best friend, your parents, it doesn't matter. And this goes by age group, obviously, that I'm saying these, but it doesn't matter what, you know, you're trying to spark. No one should ever stop you from sparking your true self and developing those things for you to bring out into the world. I don't ever want to hear or feel ashamed because if I love doing something, I feel ashamed that someone is watching me, for example. Because when I started doing these videos, I'm not going to lie, this is back in 20, what is this, 2014, 2015. This is videos that are not even on YouTube anymore. I'm not gonna lie, there was moments where I would be kind of not wanting to promote myself, not wanting to let people know that, hey, I kind of have a little bit of a passion to make these videos. And I wasn't really telling anyone. So I was really just posting and just leaving it and then just living on life like I didn't even make videos. But little did I know, in the back of my mind, I did want to get heard. I wanted somebody to hear me. I wanted somebody to find and see the passion that I had when it came down to making these kind of videos. So to see something like this, it gives me that, if there's somebody out there that really needs to hear some type of encouragement, these are the reasons why I want to see these kind of quotes, to be honest with you, right here, because these are so important in our lives. And I feel that a little quote or a little encouragement can really elevate our spirits to be able to achieve whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying? So this one's pretty cool. And then him saying even light is treasured more when there's darkness, that's even deeper than what it means, because the shiny thing that you'll see in the darkness. That's what you have to find within yourself. I like that. I like that. All right, let's do the next one. Although youth can be beautiful, it can be short and wander off like a shadow. It has a reckless danger to it. Oof. Although youth can be beautiful, it can be short and wander off like a shadow. And that is so true. Wow. You know what? That is so true. That is so true. And I could see what he's saying with this because youth flies by, man. Youth really flew by when it came down to my personal self. And I'm sure for a lot of you guys too. Youth really came really, really fast. And next thing you know, you're a young adult, and next thing you know, you're a family man. It's like, what happened to my youth? You know what I'm saying? What happened to all the things that I used to do? You know, little by little, you start stopping doing things that you were feeling fueled by. You know, because at one point, for example, me, I was, playing sports. I used to enjoy, making videos and all of these different kind of things, that playing video games and stuff like that. So little by little, I started to, let things go and let things go as I'm getting older because, you know, there's so many things that you can do as a youth that you cannot do once you become an adult. And it's so hard to explain that to someone that's younger because our parents try to explain that, but obviously the knuckleheads that we didn't listen. So now that we try to explain it to our kids, it's kind of like they're not gonna listen. But it does have a danger to it because you live like you're untouchable. You know, I for sure lived like I was untouchable, and I felt like I was untouchable. I felt like I was able to do anything and do and be wherever I wanted to be, untouched. But that is not the reality. The reality is anybody can get touched. Everybody is touchable. It's over with. Like, wrong place, wrong time. All that is real. And it's just, oh man, it's crazy. Wow. Okay, that one really got me thinking about even the past. Holy moly, that was good. That was good. That was good. All right, number 4. Everyone suffers in their life. There are many sad days, but rather than sad days, we hope to have better days. That's what makes us live. That's what makes us dream. Damn. Everyone suffers in their life. There are many sad days. Damn. That one speaks. That one really speaks because for some reason, those are the kind of feelings that I think I've battled with the most. And it's just feeling down and feeling like, I'm just in this never ending cycle where I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. And it just gets more, you know, sadder and depressing little by little. And then next thing you know, it's like you don't even want to express yourself on camera. You don't even want to be on camera no more. There were so many times that, you know, because I wasn't feeling, you know, fulfilled or happy at that time, I just didn't want to record. I just didn't want to do, you know, anything to continue to thrive into these videos, into what I wanted to develop my voice to be when it came down to, these recordings and stuff like that. So, wow, wow. This is this is very on point for me. I would have to say this year. In the beginning of this year, I went through a lot of this right here. Like for real, feeling down, feeling like that's it, like it's over. So many times, so many times. You guys can see right here. This is our store. Just, little side note. This right here is our store, pre-shop box. We sell clothes, all this stuff. But there's so many times that I tried to stop. I didn't want to do this no more. I told myself, you know what? That's it. I'm just gonna stick to my 9 to 5. It's over. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna die doing, and that's it. But you know, the good thing about having a wife and someone that truly understands you is that I'm able to express those things. And at the same time, as I'm feeling down like that, she's willing to help me and lift me back up. Because if it wasn't for her, many of the times, this would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? This would have been gone because you know how frustrating it is to be making videos since 2014. Woo, look at my voice crack right there. Since 2014. Making videos since 2014. Not finding your audience and just starting to give up. That's pretty much what was happening with me. I was not finding my people. I was not finding the people that I was, connecting with. But now that we're on this space, I gotta say that I'm super happy and thankful that I'm able to express these things. So this to me is gonna be one of the best things that I'm gonna start doing because I want to start to create. I want to start to develop. I want to start using, a lot of these things to make my voice be heard. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I have what it takes to make this happen. But I just had to show you guys that because that one really reminded me of those situations, you know, because there's been different kinds of sad days for me, whether it's work related, whether it's feeling like I said going on this ongoing circle in life, whether it's this not being successful, this not being successful, you know what I'm saying? There's different things that we do. So, whenever we feel that way, what I've learned personally, what I've learned that works for me is really praying, talking to my wife. For you guys, it could be your significant other or someone that you speak to. You could really just talk to somebody, let those feelings out because I've personally had that bad habit of keeping stuff in. So every time I did that, it would always eat me within so that when something small was to happen, it would turn into the biggest thing in the world. And I still fall victim to that sometimes. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I got it down perfectly, but I got to say that I am trying my absolute best to, be better in that aspect because oh man, it's definitely a crazy feeling. All right, that one took me a little minute to get into. Holy moly, you know what's crazy? Like some of these are really gonna get a solid conversation out of me. And honestly, that little sound that played in my ear right now kind of threw me off, so I lost my train of thought. So we're gonna just continue on. All right, so number 5. So I think there's 10 of these. So we're on number 5 now. Uh, my ideal and what is reality. They're so far away. But I want to cross those two bridges to reach myself. My ideal and what is reality, they're so far away. But I want to cross those two bridges to reach myself. My ideal and what is reality. Interesting. Yeah, I could see what he's saying here. My ideal. So what I feel, let's say, something that I'm currently feeling or something that I want to happen in this world and what I'm trying to speak into existence, but then I have to turn into, coming back to the real world and trying to find myself, but understanding that the life that I'm currently living in this moment is not close to what I'm trying to reach to when I'm finding the perfect idea of myself to reach my true self. Wow. I think that's definitely something that is very hard to do. Very hard to do, to really find yourself, to find something that you're good at, to find something that you're passionate about, to find something that is just you. That is really hard to do. And I got to give credit to the people out there that have officially found themselves and are living their true selves and just really being who they want to be. Because that is some of the hardest things to do. Because, from, let's say, my life experiences, I first thought I wanted to be a chef. I went to culinary school. Then I thought I wanted to be in the video game industry. Then I went to game development school, got an associate's degree in that. And then I wanted to become a business owner. So I went to business school. I got my bachelor's degree in that. I'm literally trying to find myself in any way possible, every way possible until now. I truly found myself to where I'm able to grab this right here, be right here, talk, express myself, be vulnerable, give my ideas, give my thoughts, my beliefs, and slowly and I'm slowly really trying to not even okay, let me rephrase this because that one was kind of a is going a little bit crazy, but I'm reaching my true self. I guess we could say that, right? I'm reaching my true self because I'm very content with what we're doing here. I'm very content with what we got going on in the store, and I'm also very content with my 9 to 5 job. So I'm really content with everything that I have going on, whether it's family, my kids, my wife, my home, our 3 dogs. The type of income that we have coming in for the family. Like, there's so many things that I have to find to, you know, almost like RM said, bridge into my life to reach my full potential as the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, I really like that quote. Damn. I think there's gonna be a few of these. And next time I'm gonna ask you guys to give me your best quotes from RM because I want to read some of these off. And I did get some from you guys on Instagram and stuff like that, and I did see them. So thank you guys so much for sending them through there as well. All right, so number 6. Let's see. Music transcends language, country, race, like the rainbow. I don't care if you're red, blue, or orange, we love you. You know what? This is something that we've been saying since the get go when it came down to. I gotta actually speak right here, man, because this is something that we've been talking about since like 2016. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. We've been talking about music speaks its own language. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what language you speak. You're gonna feel a vibration within yourself when it comes to music. Because as we were explaining when it came down to the genre that we're currently listening to, it's like we don't even understand the language, but we feel the good vibes, the good energy, even before we even know what the lyrics mean or what they even say. We just did another reaction to a full album. We got to see the development that they're going through. We seen the first two. This is them as teenagers. And even though we didn't understand what they were saying as a first listen, we felt what they were saying. We felt it through the music, through the pain, through the voice that you're hearing through these waves. There's so many different things and so many different aspects that you got to listen to when it comes to this kind of stuff because, you know, this is a different kind of poetry if you really think about it. We could say music is really its own type of poetry, its own language, and it's going to speak to all of us. So it's just a matter of opening up. And I think that everybody can learn from eFamily, whether you like this, you like them, you like this, whether you like this, it doesn't matter. Music transcends to everybody in any kind of way. You just got to be open minded. And that's what we're struggling with the most. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is good. This is good right here, man. Oh man. All right, number 7. Let's see number 7. So, I don't think I'm always right or that I'm the one who can explain everything. I'm just a man who wants to be better and make better things. That's it. And that's facts. And that's facts. I honestly don't think anybody's right. Everybody has a right to think the way they want to. Now, it's up to whoever is listening to that person to agree or disagree. Because I could be saying all this right now in this video, and you guys could easily be like, you know what? Mm, you're crazy. I don't agree with that one. You're crazy. But that is all, your perspective. That is really, however you want to take things, in my opinion, personal opinion. Because it is true. We only try to do what we think is best to be better every day. That's why we use that logic of video games. That's why we use that logic of trying to elevate every day or level up every day, like we always say. Because if you don't have a set plan in, let's say, your life, where you're not trying to be better every day, even if it's saying hello to somebody, even if it's just being nice to somebody that looks like they're down, there's so many good examples of these kinds of, things that we could do to better our day, but also the people around us. Because I've seen this little meme on Instagram, actually, where there's a bunch of cars driving, right? A bunch of them just driving up, and then you get to see, little words, and in those words it says, this person's going through this person's going through that, this person's going through it could be something positive. It could be that this person just lost someone special. It could be that this person just got fired. It could be that we don't know what people are going through. We really don't know people's lives. We don't know anything about them. So, what we can do to better everybody, including ourselves, is just to be nice to people. Take the little things that I personally did. Someone that came from always being angry, right here, right here. This is the guy. Always, always, just like with this kind of face, right? I'll be walking around like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just nasty. It's a nasty thing to do, to people that sometimes don't even deserve it. I don't know this person, but I just decided not to say hi, or I decided not to open the door. You know what I'm saying? But going from being a teenager with that kind of attitude to becoming the man that I am now took a lot of work, because it was literally a day by day by day by day. I came from an era where it was, you need to respect your elders, right? That was the biggest thing. You need to respect your elders, they said. You know what I said? You know what I would tell them? I would say, if the elders don't respect me, they're not getting no respect. I told that straight like this to my mom. I told that to, you know, just people that I shouldn't have said that to. Do I regret it? Maybe not. Maybe yes. Who knows? Everybody's perspective is different when it comes to that, you know? But that is to say that all of these things make us better every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because me, let's say, so this is the example, the whole situation with this respecting your elders thing. There was a moment in life where my mom was getting bullied. So then my thing was, I'm gonna defend her, and it didn't matter who it was. It didn't matter if it's an old lady. It didn't matter if it was a grown man. I'm down with whatever. So her response is like, you gotta respect your elders. So then I, like I said, my response was like, well, if they don't got respect, they don't get respect. And I still stand on that, to be honest, because I feel like respect is important to show, and for even our kids to get respected, you know, because we're not gonna just put this in perspective. You know, my little girl, we're walking, someone is gonna bump her because they don't see her. It's like, excuse you. You know, it's like she's a little human. She needs respect as well. So that's the kind of things that I try to teach them, you know. But whew, man, I'm telling you guys, I go on tangents over here. I go on tangents. And I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna give my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? But every day we gotta get better. Every single day we gotta get better in anything that we're trying to do. Never stop trying to get better. I love that. All right, number 8. Please use me. Please use BTS to love yourself. Because you guys help me learn to love myself every day. And that is true. You know, at first glance, if you guys don't know their music, which I'm sure a lot of us know that are here on this channel know their music, but if there's any OG family members watching this video, I really suggest you check out a lot of our reactions from the jump, or take the time and listen to their music. Even if you got to go for the English music, I understand not everyone's gonna want to go listen to Korean and then the Korean music and then see a translation to it. Like, I understand a lot of people are not gonna want to do that. That's fine. Go to the English music and see what they're about. It's okay. It's okay. It still helps them with the algorithm. It still helps them with their play. You know what I'm saying? Because it is true. They really do talk a lot about self-love and self-improvement and just being better every day and just trying to be positive in this world. And that I have to definitely agree with now that I'm full army. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to number 9. I think the biggest love is to love for oneself. So if you want to love others, you should love yourself first. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us, it took us a long time to learn how to love ourselves. I know I for sure did. You know, whether it was being self conscious of the way I looked, being self conscious of what I was able to afford, you know, a lot of self conscious moments in my life made me feel like I wasn't respecting myself or even loving myself at one point, you know? But if you guys have any stories of what you guys did to little by little change that about yourself, I would really love to hear that, because that's an interesting topic and I'm sure everybody has a different story. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm still learning to do that. And I'm gonna be very vulnerable here. I'm still learning to do that because there's been moments where I'm even even the smallest things, like let's say today, I just got out of work, I'm red, I'm like, oh God, I'm looking a little red, I look all shiny, it's hot in this room, oh God, you know, I'm a little self-conscious. And when I should be confident, I should be, you know what, I love myself, I love what I did today, I worked hard for the family, I came home, you know, played a little bit. Then I helped my daughter do homework, had a little conversation, ate some dinner together as a family, then came upstairs, you know, had helped tucked my daughter to go to sleep, and then I came in here, banged out some videos, and we're here. You know, I should be thankful and appreciative of that and love myself for the hard work that I do. So that's what I honestly do. What I just did right here, you guys just witnessed what I do to myself. It's literally find the problem of what I'm, you know, let's say feeling at this moment, which was my appearance, and then finding the positive of why I look like this. I was outside all day. I was working all day. So this is why I look like this. It's okay. It's okay. Love yourself. I love myself. Say it with me. I love myself. I hope that you guys said that. For real, for real. I really hope that as you guys are watching these videos and we say things together, it's definitely going to be something powerful because we're in sync already. And the stronger we make our voices, the better we're going to feel at the end of the day because we need to believe that. I don't want you guys to fake believe it, like really believe that. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be ashamed of that. All right, number 10. I hope you know your limits well, but don't stay within those limits. Overcome the limits each day. Oof. Oh, that one is crazy. I like that one. Oof, let's read this one up here because this one has a little convo with it. Hold on. I hope you know your limits well, but don't stay within those limits. Overcome the limits each day. That's literally self improvement in a different way. It's definitely something that I I do for sure all the time. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That is definitely something that I personally preach. I try to be the best at everything that I can be. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm a competitive person, and we spoke and touched a little bit on this, but just to refresh you guys, if you guys don't know, I'm a competitive person. Whether it's in the YouTube space, whether it's in sports, whether it's video games, whether it's art, whether it's whatever. I'm a competitive person. I like to, show that I can do a lot of things because I can draw, if I watch someone do something, I kind of study the technique for, let's say, I'll give you guys an example which I've done before. We went bowling one time. I don't really go bowling ever. All I had to do was look at someone, how they did their technique. Next thing you know, I grabbed the bowling ball, throw that, had that thing goes like this, bam, curved and a strike. It's like I like to learn to overcome everything and just be better at everything because I don't know, like I feel like that's a really good trait to have, especially in a competitive world because I'm not the only one that feels like that. I'm sure that a lot of us out here feel this way and we want to be the best at something, you know? And if you don't, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe that's not something that you desire yet, but eventually you are going to want to, do something and you're going to want to build something. You want to be something better than you were yesterday. You don't ever want to feel stuck. You don't ever want to feel like you're going to not overcome any of the limits that you've been presenting yourself for so long. Think about it this way. If you run a business, right? If you run a business, this to me is limitless. Like I'm really trying to hit the peak of the peak of the peak. I'm thinking big. A lot of you guys may be looking at me crazy, but it's like my comparison is like, let's make this into a store one day. Let's make it into an actual retail store one day. Why not? Why can't I think like that? Why can't I feel that I could do that and eventually expand into bigger and better things? That's what I personally want to reach. I'm pretty good at getting what I want. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I've been like this for a long time. I've been the type of person that sets up a goal, reaches the goal, and passes that goal. And then continues to add more goals on top of that in order to, continue to thrive and succeed. This store has been has been going on for a very long time. There's been plenty of times that has been abandoned. There's been very plenty of times that, you know, things have been switched up. We were selling a bunch of stuff that we shouldn't have, so we switched it up again. So many different developments that have happened just within this room that I don't like that it's doing that. That is crazy, huh? Let's go ahead and get out of this page real quick. But you know what I'm saying? So you cannot limit yourself. Life is unlimited. Don't ever stop yourself from doing what you need to do, you know? Let's get back into this, man. Let's get back into this because, oh, man. All right. So I wanted to actually see this one. So we're going to check out a few more because I feel like this is a perfect video to probably leave like at an hour or maybe an hour or so. But I don't want to make it too long either because I would love to hear you guys' feedback and see what you guys think of this video and really be honest with me. Timestamp it for me. We're at 41. Well, at least that's what it says here, but I'm sure it's going to be different. But timestamp it for me. Let me know what you guys think about these kind of videos. If you guys are interested in my thoughts and what I believe in, or even some of the little stories that I give you guys, or the cool little transitions that I'm doing in this one to, just be more active and better when it comes to making this content for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this though. All right. So I actually wanted to see this on X. If you guys can, this is the name right here. efamily_media. Now, make sure it has an underscore, okay? Right here. Because I do have another one, but I can't log into it because I forgot the password. Womp, womp, womp. All right. So this one was pretty interesting right here. Even if you're not perfect, you're limited edition. Let go anyway someone wants you. Wait, what? Let go anyway someone wants you, so just let go. That's okay. So even if you're not perfect, you're limited edition. Let go anyway. Someone wants you just for you, and that is true. We're literally one of one in this world. No one is the same as the other. We might have something similar within each other, but we're really not the same. No one is the same. No one is going to believe the same thing. Even if it's the smallest thing, we cannot agree to 100%. And that's okay. That is what makes us special in this world. You know, everybody has their own belief system, things that they think is good, things that they think is bad, whether it's, coming from, let's say you guys are living in a different country, you guys may think a certain way from someone that's American and thinks the American way, or thinks that Hispanic way, or thinks of a Latino. So there's different things that would come into this perspective because being a limited edition person has to be one of the best things that I honestly have heard, because I 1,000% agree with this. That's really good actually. I really like that one. Wow, we're gonna give it a heart. All right. Let's see.
Stars shine brightest when the night is darkest. And if the stars are hidden, we'll let moonlight guide us. If even the moon is dark, let our faces be the light that helps us find our way. Let's reimagine our world. We're huddled together, tired, but let's dream again. Let's dream about a future when our words can break out of our small rooms again. It might feel like it's always night and we'll always be alone, but the night is always darkest before the first light of dawn.
Life goes on.
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 Wow. That's how I see for life goes on. That is so cool. These faults and mistakes are who I am, making up the brightest stars in the constellation of my life. Wow. All right. Damn. I think this was a cool little little run. So we'll call this a teaser run, right? If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you guys let me know. Like I said, I want to start doing these kind of different kinds. I want to start doing these different kinds of videos. So if you guys are enjoying these videos, please make sure you guys let me know in the comments. That way we could keep doing more. You know, if you guys have any ideas or any topics that you guys want to talk about, let's do it. Let's do it. I have already a big list of the things that I want to do. I want to continue doing this series on RM himself because I feel like his poetic ways are just something that needs to be talked about. And I honestly went to YouTube to try to find people that, you know, check out his quotes or talk about what, you know, some of the amazing things that he said in his speeches or, you know, little quotes that he's done, but I haven't seen anything. So if anything, we're probably going to be the first one. So if you guys enjoyed it, please make sure you guys hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.